Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Bates. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Johnston. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5 quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game. Yeah. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Peyton. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Complete to number 81.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the gun on third down, Peyton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, San Antonio.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the Panthers' 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Peyton. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Panthers offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Bates. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Woods. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
47-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Bates. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peyton. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bates. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking to throw. Bates. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Spinning past him. The Dragons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st down, Dragons.
Back to throw. Peyton. That's taken in by Weaver. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 46.
Off play action. Peyton. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now a give right side. Anthony. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 7-yard gain.
from the gun on third down. Peyton. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run up the gun with Dalvin. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Peyton. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Dobbins diving for the end zone, and he is in. A touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Carolina getting set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Woods. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he breaks a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Back out comes San Antonio. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Woods. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And a
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And that's a linebacker, Sean. He can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Bates. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Back to throw. Bates. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Peyton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Russell. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
3rd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
At the 32-yard line.
2nd and 6. For the right side here, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Woods. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the gun, Bates. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. And it's the Vikings quarterback. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Vikings get the W by 2 touchdowns. From there, let's get you to another interesting matchup. And here's the Cowboys wideout. He had his way with the defense from beginning to end. How about 4 touchdown catches in the game? The Cowboys needed this one, and they got it. A victory that helps them keep pace in the NFC wildcard race. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dragons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The middle they go. It's Woods. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Johnston. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bates will try and do this himself. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they go. Russell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Peyton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the door.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bates in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
There's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Dragons have moved out in front.
Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
A try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Dragons.
So that drive, 4 plays.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Green able to dance free.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Woods. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He's got Green. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Up the middle they go. It's Woods. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
At the 42-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That's another Panthers first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Off-play action. Bates. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Bates on the arc, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Throw left side complete. That's Sanchez. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the bootleg. Peyton. Open man, here's Foster. No gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Peyton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Peyton. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Through the middle of the field. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Complete to Johnston here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Bates. Green's got it over the middle. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Woods. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Peyton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And a San Antonio first down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Peyton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Weaver. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down, Dragons.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Off the play fake. Peyton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here at a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for San Antonio, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.